We all want to know what the future will bring. Who wouldn't want to know the winning lottery numbers, right? Also, who wouldn't want to know about the next consumer trends so that we can be the first to cater to the new tastes and expectations? In this video, I'm diving into strategic foresight, exploring what it is, why it matters, and examining real-world case studies from McDonald's and IKEA to show how they are using foresight effectively. Just imagine that you are able to anticipate change and to take advantage of new opportunities. No need to compete on price, no need to play catch-up, and no need for stress as your competitive advantage is built into your process. I can't tell you how the world will look like in 50 years, because the future is not fixed, inevitable, or dictated by a single path. The future consists of a range of possibilities, which are shaped by factors including human choices, societal developments, technological innovations, and environmental changes. It's not a single predetermined outcome, but rather a spectrum of potential futures that can evolve based on the interplay of these factors and the decisions we take today. What does that mean? If I were to ask you what your day will look like tomorrow, you will be able to give me a pretty detailed outlook. When you will get up, what you will do, and what your day will look like. But if I were to ask you about a day 4 weeks from now, you will probably be able to give less detail. But as we look further ahead, like 10 years from now, the uncertainty grows exponentially. You might be in a different job, living in a different city, or married with 3 kids. The same principle applies on a larger scale, such as the trajectory of a city. Over time, the choices made today, whether to invest in green infrastructure, prioritize economic growth over sustainability, or focus on community well-being, these choices can lead to vastly different outcomes. The further we project into the future, the greater the number of possible paths and opportunities for change. But how can we make informed decisions that guide us towards a positive future? This is where understanding hindsight, insight, and foresight becomes essential. To make those future-shaping decisions, we need to reflect on the past, understand the present, and anticipate the future. Each of these perspectives offers us valuable tools to navigate uncertainty and complexity. So let's break down these 3 key concepts that will help us think strategically about futures. Hindsight refers to the understanding or interpretation of past events after they have already occurred. It's the ability to reflect on what happened and make sense of it with the benefit of knowing the outcome. Hindsight is 20/20, as the saying goes. For example, after a project fails, hindsight allows us to identify what went wrong, perhaps a missed deadline or a miscommunication, and to learn from it. It's like looking in the rearview mirror. You can clearly see the road you've traveled and the obstacles you encountered along the way. In strategic foresight, hindsight is essential because it provides the foundation for learning and growth. By analyzing the past, we gain valuable insights into patterns, trends, and behaviors that can inform our understanding of the present and guide our thinking about the future. Even if history is not repeated identically, it often rhymes, and there are human behaviors that remain the same. Insight refers to a deep understanding of the present, gained by analyzing information, recognizing patterns, and uncovering connections that might not be immediately obvious. It's the ability to make sense of the complexities of the current moment and to identify what's most important or relevant. For example, insight in a business context might involve recognizing that a sudden shift in customer behavior is tied to a broader trend, like an increased demand for sustainable products. While hindsight helps us learn from the past, and insight gives us clarity about the present, foresight is about looking ahead. Foresight is all about exploring different possible futures and understanding how these futures might impact your life, business, or society. It's a mindset focused on anticipating and preparing for change, rather than simply reacting to it. By analyzing trends, signals, and the drivers of change, foresight allows individuals, organizations, and societies to imagine multiple plausible scenarios. Unlike prediction, foresight isn't about determining a single fixed future. Instead, it's about proactively shaping strategies that navigate uncertainty and seize opportunities. By looking beyond the lessons of hindsight and the insights of the present, foresight provides a forward-thinking approach that enables better decision-making today to influence better outcomes tomorrow. It's about identifying challenges, spotting emerging trends, and positioning yourself to respond effectively, ideally before the change arrives. Now that we understand the difference between hindsight, insight, and foresight, let's zoom out and see how this concept plays out in the real world. How are organizations using foresight to navigate uncertainty, anticipate trends, and shape their futures? Let's take a look at two global corporations, IKEA and McDonald's, and they've successfully applied foresight to stay ahead of the game and adapt to ever-changing markets. For example, IKEA uses foresight to anticipate consumer behavior shifts and sustainability challenges. By analyzing trends, they're already preparing for a future where sustainability and circular economies are at the forefront of their business model. Similarly, McDonald's integrates foresight to stay competitive in the fast food industry. Through strategic foresight, they're preparing for future challenges in areas like automation, plant-based food, and changing consumer demands. So how exactly do these companies apply foresight? And how can you too leverage it to anticipate the future and make smarter decisions today? Let's break it down with some key examples. McDonald's have structured their foresight approach around 4 key pillars, each designed to strengthen their ability to anticipate change. The first pillar is all about building internal capability. At McDonald's, fostering a robust foresight capability means making it a core skill for everyone in the organization. This involves embedding foresight thinking across all levels by conducting training sessions that help employees develop new ways of analyzing, planning, and thinking about the future. The goal is to empower teams to anticipate changes, consider diverse possibilities, and to integrate forward-looking strategies into their day-to-day decision-making processes. By cultivating this mindset, McDonald's ensures that foresight becomes a shared capability, enabling the organization to stay competitive. The second pillar focuses on embedding foresight directly into McDonald's annual planning cycle. This means actively contributing at the very start of the planning process, rather than being an afterthought. The foresight team helps to create visions of the future that extend beyond the immediate planning horizon, offering insights and perspectives that inform long-term strategy. By being a proactive and collaborative part of this cross-functional process, foresight ensures that future-oriented thinking is integrated into the organization's planning, positioning McDonald's to anticipate challenges and capitalize on opportunities effectively. The third pillar is all about diving deeply into topics that are critical, uncertain, or intriguing for the business. These deep dives focus on areas where McDonald's needs a comprehensive understanding to navigate future opportunities and challenges. For instance, generative AI is a recent area of exploration. Instead of working in isolation, the Foresight team collaborates closely with internal experts, such as the data science team, to align on strategies and create a unified perspective. This partnership approach ensures that insights are not only robust, but also actionable, providing a clear and cohesive direction for leveraging emerging technologies and trends. The fourth pillar focuses on establishing a continuous horizon scanning and analysis process at McDonald's. This approach aims to continuously monitor global developments, emerging trends, and potential disruptors, so that McDonald's can proactively identify opportunities and challenges and remain agile and well prepared to adapt to the evolving landscape, reinforcing its commitment to future readiness. While McDonald's demonstrates how foresight can shape organizational agility and strategic decision-making, IKEA takes a creative approach by integrating design fiction into their exploration of the future. This method allows them to envision and prototype potential future lifestyles, bringing abstract ideas to life in a tangible way. Their focus? What life at home could look like for ordinary people in 10 years' time. This is a question IKEA has been asking for nearly a decade, with a fascinating Life at Home project. This initiative isn't just about furniture, it's about understanding the evolving ways we live, relax, and connect with each other in our personal spaces. The Life at Home project dives deep into the everyday lives of people across the globe. On the one hand, IKEA explores how homes are changing, like the rise of remote work, redefining living spaces, and the growing importance of sustainability in home design. On the other hand, they use foresight to look ahead, identifying trends and tensions that could shape our future. The last report highlighted 3 critical tensions impacting life at home: connection versus privacy, As we live more interconnected lives, striking the right balance between being social and needing personal space is a growing challenge. Sustainability versus convenience. People want eco-friendly choices, but they also value simplicity and ease in their daily routines. Stability versus flexibility. With a world in flux, we crave a sense of permanence at home, while also needing spaces that can adapt to rapid changes in our lives. Beyond just reflecting on the present, IKEA uses these insights to imagine what might lie ahead. By leveraging tools like design fiction and foresight, they paint a vivid picture of the future. For example, recognizing the trend towards urbanization has inspired them to design multifunctional furniture for smaller spaces. Similarly, by prioritizing sustainability, IKEA is developing circular design solutions that reduce waste while meeting customer needs. These insights aren't just fascinating, they're invaluable for anticipating future needs and staying ahead. IKEA is doing more than adapting. They're leading the way. IKEA's Life at Home project expands our imagination and reminds us that our homes are more than just walls. They're a reflection of who we are and where we're headed. By combining over a decade of insights with the power of foresight, IKEA is shaping a future where our homes truly meet our needs. In practice, this means IKEA isn't just a furniture company. They're positioning themselves as a true partner in helping us navigate change, whether it's creating solutions for smaller urban spaces, designing sustainable products that reduce environmental impact, or addressing the growing need for multifunctional living spaces. IKEA is thinking beyond the present. By imagining these potential futures, they ensure their relevance, not just for how we live today, but for how we'll live tomorrow. If you really want to master foresight and start identifying emerging opportunities, you need to dive deeper into horizon scanning. It's the ultimate skill for staying ahead of the curve and spotting signals of change before anyone else does. Just like McDonald's does with its always-on horizon scanning process to proactively monitor global trends. So watch this video next for a step-by-step guide to horizon scanning to remain agile and prepared for whatever comes next, just like McDonald's and IKEA.